Okay, now let's talk about some more ways you can use if statements and some more functions that you can use in PixelGrid. So we're starting off with the program we had last time. I'm going to modify the velocity so they're both the same, and that'll make sense in a minute. But instead of having the dot move on its own, we're going to make it move when the user is holding a button down. So we're going to say if, and then we're going to use this new function called isDown. And isDown lets you check any of the buttons on the PixelGrid. So this will be button U, D, L, and R for up, down, left, right. This is called button OK, and this is A, and this is B. The way you check if they're down is to say PixelGrid.isDown, EG button U. So that's how I would check the up. And again, I'm making sure my parentheses are matched up, and then I put some code. So when up is pressed, we're going to say y equals y minus v1. And then do the same thing. PixelGrid is down, PG button D. We'll say y equals y plus v1. Because again, y is positive downwards. So for the x direction, we do the same thing. X equals x plus vx. Double check those curly braces. Oh, so I had that wrong. So when we're going left, that would be negative in x. When we're going right, that would be positive x. Once again, I made an extra curly brace. Okay, so what this means is each time through the loop, it's going to say if the up button is being held down, is down means is it currently pressed right now. Then we'll move y up by the y velocity. If D is held down, then y will move down in the y velocity. And we can leave the rest of this. Well, actually, we need to take this code out. So we'll keep the code that holds the pixel on screen. So we won't let x go greater than 12 or less than 0, and the same for y. But we don't want to be changing the velocity when it hits the edge of the screen anymore because we're in control of the velocity with the buttons in this program. So we can leave our comments here. That's kind of the intention of these 4 checks. And then the intention of these is okay. We can download this program now. And you'll see if I press the buttons, pixel moves. And you can press 2 buttons at a time and it'll go diagonal. You press left and right and it'll kind of stay in place. That's because it's checking all four possibilities independently. Now, you see we have an if statement here that says if a variable is greater than or equal to a number. And then we also have an if statement here that says if, and then a function call. So this is a function call that returns true or false. So you can just stick that function call right in the if statement. There are a lot of other if statements you can do too. You can do if x equals 6 or something, x equals something, then you do something. So the point here is this is how you check for equality. It's not a single equal. This is a very common mistake in C programming. So when you're checking for equality, you use double equals. I think nowadays the compiler will give you a warning if you do this. Let's see what happens. Nope. So yeah, the Arduino compiler will let you just do that. And that is legal code, but it doesn't do what you think it would do. It actually sets x to 6 and then returns true. So basically, if you write this, then after this line of code is executed, x will be 6 and it will always do this line. It's not really what you normally want. There's also just greater than, less than, another one is not equal. So the exclamation point is used to mean not in a lot of cases in programming. So exclamation point equal sign means not equal. Another thing you can do is combine multiple checks. So let's say if we wanted to check if x was on the screen, we could say if x is greater than or equal to 0. But we also want to say we're going to do 2 checks in one. And x is less than or equal to 12. This is how you can combine multiple checks into one. And you can do as many as you want. That's how to check all 4 cases in one step. So for example, we might do this check and then only draw the pixel if x and y are on the screen. Well, hopefully this is just an example of some more ways you can use if statements, some more types of comparison operators you can use in if statements, and a new function where you can check if a button is down or up.